What's going on, everybody? It's Donnygbuckets here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Help me put in the algorithm because I'm trying to grow on YouTube now because TikTok hates me. But we're going to be reacting to Charles Barkley on Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Apparently, he said some crazy stuff in this, and it just didn't make sense. So yeah, it's 3 minutes long. We might pause it. And if he says something crazy, we might pause it. So yeah, let's go ahead and listen to what he has to say.
Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan. LeBron is amazing. What he's done in the community is amazing. The reason I give Jordan the edge, and I'm never going to say it actually, in fairness, I haven't even put LeBron past Kobe. Let's get that out the way. I want to be fair.
All right.
Y'all know that I'm a Kobe fan. He's the reason why I'm a Lakers fan. He's my favorite player of all time. But let's be honest though. What does Kobe do better than LeBron? LeBron's a better scorer. He's a better passer. You can argue Kobe's a better defender. LeBron has a higher field goal percentage than Kobe, a higher three-point percentage than Kobe. He even has more totals than Kobe. He's played less games, less seasons than Kobe, and still has more points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals than him. I'm sorry. Kobe's my favorite player ever, but LeBron is better than him. Like, I'm just saying, you can't be biased in this kind of stuff. Charles just doesn't like LeBron. That's why he's saying this.
The reason I put Michael up there before those other guys, LeBron has stacked his teams. Let's be realistic. And
as Kevin Durant did and others have done.
And that,
hold on, you said LeBron stacked his teams? He stacked his teams because he had to. LeBron never was drafted into a team that already had your team. When you got drafted, you had Dr. J. You had a Hall of Famer on your team. LeBron never got drafted with a Hall of Famer on his team. A Hall of Famer never stepped on his team until he went to the Heat. What Hall of Famer did the Cavs have? Mo Williams? Ilgauskas? LeBron had to go to a better team because the other teams were building up too. He had to play against the Celtics that had 4 All-Stars on the team. Well, they were All-Stars in different years, but you get the point. They 4 All-Star caliber players on the same team. He's not going to beat that when his second best player is Mo Williams. Jordan got drafted with Scottie Pippen, another Hall of Famer, and then they got another Hall of Famer in Dennis Rodman, and they won 3 more championships. Who else? John Stockton, Karl Malone, they were already on the same team. Larry Bird got drafted. Kevin McHale's there. Magic gets drafted. Kareem's there. And you're the last person that need to talk about building super teams and stacking teams. When you were on... Didn't your turkey neck ass leave the 76ers to go to the Suns when y'all missed the playoffs? The Suns was like a 50-win team. I'm pretty sure they were a 50-win team that year. Didn't your fatback ass leave the Suns when times got a little tough and went to the Rockets with 2 other Hall of Famers on the team? And you want to talk about stacking teams? You were probably the first player to do that. What do you mean? You literally were a MVP, went to a team that had another MVP and another 10-time All-Star, which that team won a championship 2 years before you got there. You want to talk about stacking teams, Charles? You should be the last person talking because you're like one of the first ones to do it. Boy, oh boy.
that's why.
And their legacy?
Yes.
Russell Westbrook now on his way. It's a trade, but on his way to the Lakers.
So I do. Like what Giannis and Dirk Nowitzki, guys like that, especially Giannis is the perfect example.
This man Giannis won the ring because of injuries. If it wasn't for injuries, they would have gotten swept. Don't make it seem like Giannis just defeated all odds. No. Giannis got there because of certain circumstances. And look, he wanted to say LeBron stacked his team. He had to. Like I said, he went up against that Celtics team. He went up against a Spurs dynasty that had Kawhi Leonard, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and Tim Duncan. Those are 4 Hall of Famers on the same team. 2 of those players have won Finals MVP. There are 4 Hall of Famers on the same team. He's not beating that. He played against the Thunder. Also, 3 Hall of Famers on the same team. Now, granted, Harden was young. He was a 6th man. But still, that team was nasty. They had Russ, who was about to enter his prime. KD was pretty much in his prime. Actually, Russ probably was in his prime too. They both averaged like over 27 points in that finals. Harden was the only reason why they lost that finals because he didn't really play that well. They had Serge Ibaka. That was Serge Ibaka's best years. LeBron's not beating that with that Cavs team. He had to leave. Then he plays against the Warriors, the best team, the best record ever. Got 3 All-Stars on the same team. Come on, Charles. Come on, Charles. Then the Warriors stack up again and get Kevin Durant. They have 4 Hall of Famers on the same team. And honestly, you can argue that Andre Iguodala would be a Hall of Famer too. So technically, they have 5 Hall of Famers on the same team. Come on, Charles. And now, LeBron, he's getting flack for getting Westbrook when there's literally the Monstars in Brooklyn. They got Kyrie, Harden, and Kevin Durant, 3 of the best ISO scorers in NBA history on the same team. Probably one of the best offenses in NBA history. The defense is not there, but the offense is there. If y'all hear anything in the background, that's my dog. I don't know. No, you're not getting food. What else? The Heat, they just gained a big 3. Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo. The Bulls, they got what? The Bulls, they got Zach LaVine, Vucevic, and who else just went there? I'm drawing a blank. They got Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, and DeRozan. That's 3 All-Stars right there. There's so many big 3s out there that LeBron had to do this. LeBron has to stack his teams because other teams are stacking themselves to beat him. The Warriors, they got Curry, Clay coming back, Wiseman, Draymond. They trying to get Bradley Beal. Like, what is he supposed to do? The 76ers trying to get Dame. What is he supposed to do? Come on, Charles.
To go through the grind and to lose, which Michael did. Mm-hmm. When I watched it.
So LeBron didn't go through the grind. He went 7 straight years on that Cavs team. 7 years in a row of losing. It was because of him that they got to the finals. And they didn't have a chance against that Spurs team. But it was because of him. If it wasn't for him, they would be the worst team in the league. And it showed. Because when he got there, they were the worst team in the league. When he left, they were, again, the worst team in the league. LeBron did his fair share of struggling. He struggled for 7 years. Jordan struggled for 7 years. But here's the thing. LeBron didn't get players drafted to his team. So it makes it look bad because he went to a different team or because he brought new players in. But Jordan, he got Scottie Pippen drafted to him. Dennis Rodman came. You got drafted to Dr. J. Then you went to a team with Hakeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler. Larry Bird got drafted. Larry Bird was on the team with Kevin McHale, Danny Ainge, and Robert Parrish. Magic got drafted to a team where Kareem was on the team. Kareem and James Worthy. Like, that's 3 Hall of Famers right there. LeBron didn't have that luxury. So now it looks bad because he went there. But LeBron wasn't the first person to stack his team. You were. Come on now.
That documentary, I was like, damn, I forgot how bad the Pistons beat him up. But what he going through that struggle,
and the crazy thing is, you stacked your team and still lost. That's tough.
What separates sports. Like winning all the time.
I think y'all got swept. That's tough.
But the struggle is part of your legacy. And what Giannis did this year, what Michael doing when the Bulls.
No, they didn't get swept. They didn't get swept. They lost 4-2.
For 3 or 4 straight years. And he's like, no, I'm going to keep getting better. I'm going to keep getting better.
No, Jordan did not say I'm going to keep getting better. I'm going to keep getting better. They drafted Scottie Pippen and things got better. It wasn't because Jordan was like, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. I guarantee if they didn't get Scottie Pippen and they kept losing to the Pistons, they kept losing in the first and second round, Jordan would have been out of there too. He probably would have been in LA or New York somewhere.
Better. That's
Stop playing with
in my opinion.
Your opinion matters more than mine, but when people have asked me that same question, here's my answer. LeBron might be, in his own way, equally excellent. He will never be nearly as great because Michael's performances in big moments, 6 for 6 in the finals, MVP every time, and his effect on the culture, the dream team, and taking the NBA mainstream. Now, none of this is LeBron's fault, but in that era that you played in the 90s, factor my bias in, the NBA is on NBC. The promos are on Seinfeld and on ER and on Cosby and David Letterman and Johnny Carson, The Today Show, The Tonight Show. They're not a cable entity. Little old ladies in Omaha said, no, not tonight, Mildred. I got to watch Michael Jordan. No comparable little old lady ever said, through no fault of LeBron's, stop everything. I got to watch LeBron. It's not the same.
Well, 2 things. Number 1, Michael's the first jock to do commercials.
Not the first, no, OJ did and many did.
Yeah,
Willie
those
Mays
do
did,
not-
Mickey Mantle did, but
yeah,
at that level.
Not
at that level.
at that level.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. He made it what guys can do 5 commercials a year now.
Right.
But the second thing is, no jock was selling tennis shoes.
What does his tennis shoes and stuff got to do with LeBron being better than him on the court, though?
Now guys are making $100 million selling tennis shoes. Nobody made money selling tennis shoes until Michael Jordan.
So Michael Jordan's better than LeBron, or the first person to do something is better than the last person to do it better. Okay, that makes sense.
And he's still making that today. That is transcendent. And like I say, I got nothing but love and respect for LeBron.
No, you
but
don't.
if you're able to make it where everybody's shooting commercials now,
Yeah.
you'd make it now like guys. LeBron's making 100.
So he's saying Jordan's better than LeBron because Jordan is able to endorse himself. He was the first one to endorse himself. Charles, come on now.
$100 million for selling shoes because of Michael Jordan.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Could
self-explanatory.
be equally excellent,
Yes.
not nearly as great.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know what you think about this. I think Charles Barkley just be talking sometimes. Because, I mean, how you going to say LeBron stacked super teams when his fat back ass went and stacked on the Houston Rockets? Had 3 Hall of Famers on the same team. LeBron did the same thing. You were the first one to do it, Charles. Basically. You were basically the first one to do that. Every time times got tough, you left. When the 76ers missed the playoffs, you go to the Suns, who was a 50-win team. Suns do a little bit bad. You want to go to the team that won the championship 2 years before you got there. Anyway, this is Donnygbuckets. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this. Who's the GOAT, LeBron or Jordan? And like the video, help me out in the algorithm. Until the next video, it's Donnygbuckets, and I'm out.